Hey, welcome back. Today's the day that I'm going to go ahead and start killing this off. What I'm going to use for that is Kills-All, along with a surfactant and a blue dye marker. And I'm going to show you how I'm going to mix that up and go about it. Hold on just a minute. Okay, so I chose to use the high yield Kills-All. It's 41% glyphosate. With this stuff, to completely kill off the lawn, you use the higher rate of 2.5 ounces per 1 gallon of water, and that covers 300 square feet. So what I've done is I've taken one of those rolling wheel measuring tools and measured out. I have one 300 square foot section and then two 600 square foot sections. So I'm going to start with the 300 square foot section and only make 1 gallon. So to do this, I put about a half gallon of just water in here. I'm going to put 2.5 ounces of the Kills-All, and then I'm going to use a tablespoon of non-ionic surfactant and a little blue marking dye so I can see where I've sprayed and where I haven't. So I'm going to get to mixing this up and get to spraying. For the surfactant, I like to just use the tenacity measuring scoop, but it says to use 1 tablespoon of surfactant. And on the tenacity label, it's teaspoons. Well, there's 3 teaspoons to a tablespoon, so it's basically a full syringe. And this does fit just right in here. Blue marking dye, if you guys have ever used this, it makes a mess. I even keep it in a bag. No real precision to this, don't need a lot, just need enough to see where you're spraying and where you haven't. So I'm just going to put a few couple drops in there. And that's probably more than enough. And I'm going to fill this up to the 1 gallon mark. Shake it up and get to work. It's been about a week since I've applied this, and as you can see, the grass is definitely starting to check out. It's pretty crispy, hasn't grown at all, just kind of what I expected. But I'm going to hit this a second time and see how it does. Now some of this looks a little green, especially up over here, because I went pretty heavy with the blue dye. But anything that's still really green, I'm gonna make sure I hit it really hard. And in about a week, maybe a little less, I'll show you what it looks like again. I'm not going to bore you with today's application. It's the exact same thing as I just did. But let's see how this does. Okay, so it's been 4 days since the second application, 10 days since the initial one, and as you can see, this stuff is pretty crispy. It's definitely gone. Back out here and you can see, now I think some of the, I don't know how it'll show up on camera. It looks green, but I think it's just the blue dye. I'm going to water this tomorrow and see if I can rinse a bunch of that out, but I think this is pretty much done. So I'm going to go ahead and try and get this dye out of here, and then in a couple days I'll go ahead and mow this really low and water it a few more times and see what pops up and kill it off. But we'll save that for the next video. So in the meantime, if you want to see how this goes, the next step, hit the subscribe button down below and leave me a comment. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'll try and answer them. Hit the thumbs up button, and we'll see you in the next video.